that feel like for you with Iguano kind of taking over the play calling?
Oh, it feels great. This is the most involvement we've had. All the weeks leading up to this, all the weeks combined. We've had more involvement in this game than we had in all those weeks. So it feels great. It's nice to see the tight end room get some touches and have some production, and more than one tight end, which is cool. It's cool to see us both on the field at the same time, or see me, Case, on the field, or even all three of us at the same time. So it's I love it. It was awesome just to see the production from the tight ends on Saturday.
So what does that do for the offense, like overall?
I feel like it makes us a lot more dynamic. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you have three tight ends that have strengths of three different things. I feel like we can all put our hand in the dirt, but I feel like we all do our own thing. I think Jalen is a really good route runner and pass catcher, and that adds a dynamic of stretching the field. And Case is a really good blocker. Case can split flow and come from the backfield and play fullback and play H and stuff like that. And then me, I feel like I could do a mixture of putting my hand in the dirt and flexing out wide a little bit. So I feel like it's really hard to game plan against when you're an opposing team, because you have to game plan for a scheme that it's going to throw a bunch of different things at you, and you also utilize a bunch of different weapons. And then plus we have our running backs in the backfield and our receivers out wide. So I feel like it makes us a lot more dynamic.
I was going to say the receivers probably like that too, because inevitably it'll get them a little bit more open.
For sure, yeah, for sure. I think the receivers like it a little bit more. We're running routes that are a little bit more downfield, and require us to flex out sometimes. So it helps out everybody all together. When the tight end can give you production in the pass game, I feel like it helps the offense move a lot more smoothly.
What do you think about the task that you guys have this week going up against UCLA's defense? Like, what things stand out to you about them?
Yeah, this is a really good defense. This is probably one of the better defenses that we'll see all year. They have a really good front seven. The guys in the box and the down linemen are, really good linemen. They're tough, they're physical, they're long. We're going to be seeing a lot of length like we did in some previous teams like Oklahoma State and Washington. So we're going to be seeing some length from the ends. It's a really good secondary. The corners are big and long also. So, we have to run our routes at our depths. We got to get all our depths, and we have to run at top speed. So this is a really good defense. So, we've been planning accordingly, and, just been working on it throughout the week.
What's the one, you look at it, but how do you feel that in these few weeks that the offense has grown?
Yeah, I think it's grown in, a couple different ways. As you can see that, we've changed the tempo to our offense a little bit. So the tempo is a little bit different. It's a little bit faster. It's a little more, on the ball. And I also feel like we're just utilizing weapons a little bit more. I feel like we got weapons across the board in every position on our offense. And within these past couple weeks, we've really just been utilizing them and, putting everybody in the best positions to succeed. So I feel like that's just been the biggest changes. And, as you can see, it worked for us last game, so we're just trying to keep building upon that.
What parts of your game do you think have grown the most so far, and then also what parts do you still want to kind of improve on?
I definitely say my route running has grown a lot. Being here with Coach Wood, him being a former quarterback and a quarterback's coach, like, you get the perspective of a quarterback when you're running routes. So, your quarterback knows what you want, your quarterback knows how a receiver should get open, and, he knows what he wants from you and what indicators to give, and, how deep to run your routes. So I definitely feel like route running and just the concept of the pass game has developed a lot for me. I feel like that's just really, something that I just want to continue to get better at, because, I get to watch, like Jalen is for instance, is a really good route runner. You know what I'm saying? Because he's naturally more of a receiver, and I'm naturally, originally I played O-line when I was younger, and, switched to tight end, so I'm naturally can put my hand in the dirt a little bit more. So just, that's just been something I've been, just keep trying to build upon, because I feel like I came here with a pretty good basis and a pretty good foundation of blocking coming from where I was at. But just learning the pass game and just really just getting the feel of running routes and getting the feel of being downfield and, seeing certain looks in the defense. So I would just say my route running has gotten a lot better, but that's something I still want to improve on. And also just reading coverages in defense in the pass game. That's just something I want to just become more natural with.
With UCLA's defense, they really took a step up against Stanford. Had some rough weeks before that. granted against pretty good offenses, but has it been a discussion at all, film study, as far as like what's allowing them to take those strides recently?
Yeah, I mean, they're just I think one thing that, we talk about is they're a really well-coached team. They're a group of guys who've been together for a long time. They returned a lot of starters, in their defense. So that helps, when you have a group of guys, who've been playing together for a really long time, that cohesion is there, and that relationship is there, that trust is there. So I feel like that's been a big part of it, from what I've seen on film, and you go through the scouting report, like on Tuesday morning, and that's what we saw. That was what what stuck out to me. That was a bunch of guys who played together, So the longer you play together, the more trust you earn from each other. So I feel like that has a big part, to do with how well they're playing.
I know you have a game under your belt, a handful of practice with the up-tempo offense. What is the comfort level with the offense moving forward with this up-tempo offense?
Yeah, I feel really comfortable with it. I've been in tempo offenses before. Leading up to this, I was always in tempo offenses in college. So when I came here and being in a huddle offense, it was a little different for me. I'm back into something that I'm used to. Originally used to. So I feel like the tempo it's just been helping us. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it makes everything a lot faster, and it gets us on the ball, and it's less thinking. It's just like, okay, you get the signal, you line up and play. Like that's what I like about it. So I do like the offense that's been implemented.